You saved money today. You felt it. That small, warm spark when the number at the bottom came out lower than you feared. A coupon clipped, a sale you caught just in time, a discount that made you feel a little bit clever, a little bit lucky. But the real reason that felt so good is far stranger than you think. Because you didn't save money. Not really. You spent it. You walked out lighter than you walked in, and somehow you felt richer for it. That feeling, the warm glow of the deal, is one of the most carefully engineered emotions in the modern world. And the people who built it are not the ones standing next to you at the register. Think about the last time you bought something on sale. You weren't just buying the thing. You were buying the gap, the space between what it should have cost and what you actually paid. That gap is where the pleasure lives. The economist Richard Thaler gave this hidden pleasure a name. He called it transaction utility. He won a Nobel Prize for noticing it. Most people think a purchase is simple. You want the thing, you pay the price, done. But Thaler showed your brain is doing something sneakier. You feel two separate kinds of satisfaction at once. One comes from the item itself. The other comes purely from the deal. And that second feeling can grow so strong that you'll buy things you never needed simply because the gap feels too good to walk past. Have you ever bought something just because it was 70% off? Be honest, the number did the work, not the object. Here's where it gets stranger. That original price, the higher number with the line drawn through it, is very often a fiction. It was never the real price. It exists for one reason: to create the gap, to manufacture the exact feeling of saving that you have quietly become addicted to. To see how deep this goes, you have to look at what happened to one of America's biggest stores the moment it tried to be honest. In 2012, a man named Ron Johnson took over JCPenney. He had just come from Apple, where he designed the Genius Bar and made the stores feel like temples. He looked at JCPenney and saw something he found almost insulting to customers: fake sales, endless coupons, prices marked up for no reason except to be dramatically marked back down. So he did something radical. He swept all of it away. No more phantom discounts, no more coupons, just fair, honest, everyday low prices, the real number, all the time. You would think customers would love that. You would think honesty would win. It didn't. Sales collapsed. In a single year, JCPenney lost roughly a quarter of its entire revenue. Billions of dollars gone. Shoppers were furious, and not because prices had gone up. They were furious because the feeling had gone away. The hunt was gone. The thrill of the coupon was gone. The tiny spark of cleverness at the checkout was gone. Johnson was fired within 17 months, and the company raced to stuff the fake discounts back onto the shelves as fast as it possibly could. Read that again. People were paying roughly the same prices either way, but when the feeling of saving vanished, they revolted. So what does that tell you about what you are really buying? Your brain measures almost nothing in absolute terms. It measures everything against a reference point. The psychologists Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky proved this decades ago. A price does not feel high or low on its own. It feels high or low compared to some other number sitting right beside it. And whoever controls that nearby number controls how you feel about everything else. They called this anchoring. Drop a big number in front of you first, and every number after it shrinks. A watch placed beside a more expensive watch suddenly seems reasonable. A tag that reads, was $200, now $80, makes $80 feel like a gift, even if the thing was only ever worth $50. You believe you are judging the price. You are really just judging the distance from an anchor someone placed there on purpose. And the anchor is always placed on purpose. There is another layer underneath this, and Thaler found that one too. He called it mental accounting. Your mind does not treat all your money as one pile. It sorts dollars into little invisible folders. There is a folder for spending and a separate folder for saving, even though every single dollar leaves the same account. This is the trick that makes the whole machine work. When a discount lands, your brain quietly files the gap into the saving folder and the purchase into the spending folder, and the two never get compared. So you can spend $100 and feel, somehow, like you came out ahead. Do you see how strange that is? You can lose money and feel like you gained. Now zoom out and ask the question almost no one stops to ask. Who benefits when an entire population is trained to chase the gap instead of the value? Who profits when saving becomes a feeling you crave rather than a number in your account? Every sale that lights up your brain moves a product off a shelf. Every coupon that makes you feel clever pulls you into a store you were not going to enter. Every limited time offer that quickens your pulse converts hesitation into a purchase. The discount is not a cost to the seller. It is the most profitable tool they own. It does not cut into the sale. It is the sale. So when you feel that warm spark of saving, pause. Ask one simple thing. Who taught you to feel this? The loyalty card in your wallet is not a gift to you. It is a sensor. It learns what you buy, when you buy it, and the precise size of the discount it takes to make you buy more. The members' only price is not a reward for loyalty. It is the price they were always willing to accept, dressed up as a favor so you feel grateful instead of suspicious. The behavioral economist Dan Ariely spent years studying one tiny word that hijacks your judgment completely: free. He found that the moment something becomes free, your brain stops doing the math. People will choose a worse deal, a genuinely worse outcome, just to keep the word free attached to it. Free shipping makes you pile extra items into your cart to cross a spending threshold, which means you spend more in order to feel like you spent less. Free is one of the most expensive words in your life. Are you starting to see the shape of it? There is one final trick that completes the machine, and it lives in your wallet. The economists Drazen Prelec and George Lowenstein studied something they called the pain of paying. Handing over cash hurts a little. You feel the money leave, but a card numbs that pain almost entirely. A tap, a swipe, and the friction disappears. So the system has been built with a terrible elegance. The pain of spending has been smoothed away to nothing, while the pleasure of saving has been amplified to a roar. One side of the scale is silenced, the other side is turned up loud. You are left with a feeling that only ever points in one direction, toward more. None of this is an accident. It is a system, and systems have designers. Behind every doorbuster, every lowest price of the year, every red sticker that makes your heart beat a little faster, there is a team of very smart, very well-paid people whose entire job is to keep you addicted to the sensation of saving. Because a customer who feels like they are winning never stops to ask whether they needed to play at all. That is the quiet genius of it. They did not sell you a product. They sold you a feeling about a product. And feelings never show up on a receipt. You can return the item. You can never return the dopamine. Listen to the language itself. Do not miss out. Save big, while supplies last. Every phrase is built to leap past the slow, careful part of your mind and speak straight to the fast, hungry part, the part shaped over thousands of years to grab resources before they vanished. That ancient instinct once kept you alive in a world of real scarcity. Now it has been aimed at a clearance rack. Your ancestors chased food that might disappear. You chased deals that were never going to. And here is the twist that should stay with you. The wealthiest people, the ones who actually built their fortunes, rarely play this game at all. They are not standing in line for the doorbuster. They are not driving across town to save $2 on something they could have ignored. They tend to look past the gap entirely and ask a colder, simpler question. Do I need this, and is it worth its price? That is it. No anchor, no spark, no hunt. The feeling of saving was never built for them. It was built for you. The annual plan that promises you will save 20% if you pay for the whole year up front. The bulk deal that fills your home with things you will throw away. The cashback that returns you pennies while it learns your every habit. Each one wears the mask of generosity. Each one moves money from your folder into theirs. So the next time a number lights up your brain, the next time you feel that small, warm spark of a deal, try something difficult. Feel the spark, and then set it down. Ask what the thing is actually worth to you, not what it is worth beside a fake number someone painted next to it. Ask whether you would want it at all if it carried no discount. Because the most radical financial act in a world engineered to make you crave the gap is a quiet one. It is looking at a sale, feeling the full pull of it, and walking away unmoved. You saved money today. Or maybe, For the very first time, you just noticed who taught you how to feel that way.